Coming up on Mountain News this morning, recent ATV deaths have sparked more discussion about how to stay safe and prevent accidents. And the Commonwealth is dealing with an EMT shortage that has affected the daily lives of Kentuckians everywhere.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News This Morning.
Good morning, I'm Madison Carmouche, and it is 6 a.m. this Wednesday morning. We are still in a first alert weather day, so let's send it over to meteorologist Tim Drawbridge for a look at your forecast.
And we've been talking, Madison, as we've gone through the last hour about the guidance not really depicting things too well for this morning. Got some signs as to the reason why I've been saying that. We'll talk about it in a moment. A severe weather risk level 2, courtesy of the Storm Prediction Center for all of eastern and southern Kentucky. That's more so for the complex that'll be tracking in heading into this evening, and anything that ends up erupting regarding a shower or thunder shower today capable of producing heavy rainfall, and that's from Jackson, Middlesboro to the north and west. Outside our door, some breaks in the clouds. Visibility not too much of a problem, but it is in a few locations this morning with some fog that's been developing out towards Somerset and Jonesville. 64 outside our door here in Hazard. And the pinpoint Doppler radar, a couple of showers now south of Middlesboro, southeast of Norton, very well southeast now toward the 81 quarter. But we look to the north and west and some signs of what we could be dealing with here this morning regarding a shower and thunder shower threat. And that's the reason why it's in the forecast for this morning. A break this afternoon, then tracking that complex coming in as we hit through this evening. A high today in Hazard up to 89. Your ARH First Alert 70 forecast that's coming up in a few moments. Madison?
All right, Tim, thank you. There have been tragic stories of deadly ATV crashes recently. A man in Knox County who died when he was trapped under an ATV, and on Saturday, a 5-year-old boy died after an ATV rolled over on him. Sherry Hannon says every ATV rider should have goggles, gloves, and boots to remain safe. Hannon says parents should be aware of restrictions. For example, by law, what size ATV can a child younger than 16 or 12 years old operate?
You don't want to have a child that would cross a road or be on a public roadway on an ATV. No one's allowed to do that unless it's just going to cross the street.
Data from Kentucky Children's Hospital indicates so far this year there have been 57 children treated in the facility due to an ATV injury, and we still have about 5 months left in 2024. Staffing levels at some Kentucky ambulance providers is at critically low levels. Kentucky lawmakers were told yesterday that requirements for personnel within some services cannot be met because of the situation. Laurel County's director says they shelled out a lot of unbudgeted money for bonuses and in-house training. They're fully staffed now, but they could be among the minority.
I think COVID just wore our healthcare professionals out. They just did not like doing the job anymore. People are just sicker now. I don't know. It just varies every day, from car wrecks to just general sick calls. We've just seen our numbers increase dramatically.
The chair of the Kentucky Board of EMS also says some providers are losing money as it can cost $700 for each run. The former Senior Citizen Center in Cumberland has been rebranded. The space is now Tri-City Center on Main, serving those in Cumberland, Benham, and Lynch. The center is expected to bring more focus to Main Street. Coordinator Erica Eldridge says the rebranding is to let folks in the area know that the space is for everyone to utilize.
We want to cater to all ages, and just be as welcoming as we can. To all ages, to all people, the whole community.
The space can be rented for birthday parties, reunions, and other functions. Eldridge added that on September 7th, the annual Possum Fest will take place on Main Street. Southeast Kentucky Community and Technical College celebrated the grand reopening of the Hub in Cumberland with a ribbon-cutting ceremony yesterday. The Holistic Unparalleled Benefits, or Hub, is designed to meet people where they are. The Southeast Hub provides training and workspace to enhance Southeast Kentucky's workforce. The program targets those in recovery, focusing on high-demand workforce sectors, including healthcare, adult peer support specialists, cybersecurity, and industrial maintenance.
Celebrate the programs that we're going to be offering and the trainings and certifications that we have available for individuals. The population that we're concentrating on is individuals that are post-recovery and their families.
The space includes a large conference room, cubicles, and a meeting and training room. The area is available for local businesses to utilize as well.
And a good Wednesday to you, temperature-wise, with a quick weather update. We're at 64 here in Hazard, as well as Jonesville and Williamsburg, 68 at Jackson. It's also 68 as you make your way into Prestonsburg. The pinpoint Doppler radar. Again, a couple of showers just south of Middlesboro. This complex is tracking away from us, but notice how things have started to bubble up a little bit. As you make your way to the north and west of Lexington, and based on the better perspective with switching radars and going to the radar out of Elizabethtown, yeah, this action is what we're going to track for this morning with a shower and thunder shower threat. The concern regarding the first alert aspect for all of us, more widespread, is a complex that will be coming in late this afternoon and into this evening. That's coming in from the north and west. A forecast high up close to 89 this afternoon. And regarding that complex later today, damaging thunderstorm wind gust potential as well as the heavy downpours. All right, can we get any changes in this pattern? We'll let you know. It's typical summertime. Your ERH First Alert 7-day forecast is coming up in just a few moments. Madison?
Thanks, Tim, and thank you for joining us on Mountain News this morning. More news is on the way. When we return, Vice President Kamala Harris is set to name her vice presidential pick early next week as attacks from both sides ramp up on the campaign trail.